students and staff. Today we'll be talking about Yusef Salaam and the infamous Central 5 case on RVN.
I can tell who's on the way out. 25 shows, check the payout. I ain't going home, I'ma stay out. Hate you when they looking for a way out. I just sit back and let it play out.
You better believe that I hate the people that took this girl and raped her brutally. You better believe it. And it's more than anger, it's hatred. And I want society to hate them.
On April 19, 1989, a 28-year-old female jogger was brutally assaulted and raped in New York City's Central Park. She was found in critical condition with her skull fractured, body temperature at 84 degrees, and almost 75% of her blood had been lost. Yusef and 4 other teenagers were being investigated and interrogated by the police. At the trial, a forensic analyst had testified that a strand of hair found on the victim was consistent with that of Kevin Richardson's hair. However, because there was no adequate empirical evidence on the characteristics of human hair, the testimony from the forensic analyst could be considered prejudicial and lack of value towards the case. Years later, in early 2002, Matthias Reyes, a convicted murderer and rapist, had admitted that he was responsible for the crime committed and it was just him. A single cell of sperm from the rape kit had matched the profile of Matthias Reyes. Further testing on the hairs took place and later found that they matched Reyes as well. The 5 men were later released from conviction. Yusef had served nearly 7 years in prison for a crime he had not taken part in. After the investigation and convictions of the 5 innocent men, questions were raised about police coercion and false confessions taking place, as well as the vulnerability of juveniles during police interrogation.
Trump hasn't allowed science or evidence to change his initial reaction to the case. Just this week, Trump said he still considers the men, again, exonerated by the criminal justice system and by DNA scientific evidence, guilty, issuing a statement saying, quote, they admitted they were guilty. The police doing the original investigation say they were guilty. The fact that case was settled with so much evidence against them is outrageous. The woman, so badly injured, will never be the same. Joining me now is Yusef Salaam.
All right.
How does it feel that 30 years later, we're still talking about this subject of the Central Park 5 case?
I feel like I'm victorious because they try to sweep us under the rug and they want to bury us. And as we see on social media, it feeds people, and they say that they forgot that we were the seed. So the fact that we now can use this platform as a means to shed light, not on just our case, but also cases similar to these.
Are you proud of the changes or disappointed that there is not enough changes after all these decades?
I feel like there's a need for more change, like the system in many ways moving and operating, and the way it was designed, and all the acts of injustices like our case, and I just think they're not magnified enough, and people just don't remember that. I've been to schools, a lot of schools, and I've spoken about Central Park 5, and they all ask me if that's like a music group or something. But you know, this case was 30 years ago, and here we are now, standing as survivors, as heroes of the story.
So for those people, do you think they should be forgiven for what they did to you?
I think forgiveness comes with apologies, and I think as people apologize, we accept that we won our lawsuit, and there was no admission of guilt on the city's part or anyone else's part, and we got a lot of apologies from the public, and we appreciate that very well.
Well, that's all for today.
The Innocence Project is a non-profit organization founded in 1992 by Peter Neufeld and Barry Scheck. Their mission is to exonerate the wrongly convicted by providing DNA testing and help reform the criminal justice system to prevent future injustice. They are funded by donations from people, and their website allows people to donate and get involved in the process themselves. They have exonerated 375 people, including 21 who served time on death row.
We are all on our own individual journey in life. We don't know where our journeys will take us or how they will collide with others.
I didn't know that one day we'll bond into these men for the rest of our life.
But I know that in telling our truth, our lives have been changed forever.
Your truth is the foundation your legacy will be built upon. Your truth will be the memories people keep long after you're gone.